Well, since we're on politics in a sense, a couple of guys knew each other quite well, had been arguing over a year about the coming presidential election. Nixon, Kennedy, Johnson, Lodge. Republicans have a slogan, by the way, says, Kennedy cannot lick our dick. And these friends had argued over the election so long, and one of them asked it, he said, listen, why do we have to argue about who's to be president? You're going to vote your way and I'm going to vote my way. He said, let's get together and be friends. This guy said, all right. He said, you know the symbol for the Republican Party is the elephant, and for the Democratic Party, it is the jackass. He said, you kiss my elephant? He said, wait a minute. He said, no, I'll kiss your elephant. And you can go for yourself. Hey, what are you doing back there? Well, I messed that up with a capital F. A lot of you girls here married couples? Two couples out of a crowd like this. A lot of people shacking up in California. Really, ain't no need to shucking. Said, but this friend of mine, a real stingy guy, and his wife was ill, you know, because sometimes the smog got to her sinus and her asthma and her other thing, and it happens in the nose and head and throat. So the doctor told her she had to be near salt air. And like I said, her husband was stingy. Next morning, he woke his wife up fanning her with a herring. That's for a certain type of people, you know. Lady went to the drugstore and told the druggist that she couldn't sleep at night because there was a cat on the back fence, kept her awake. So the doctor gave her some white powder. She said, how often should I take it? Doc said, don't you take it, just put it in some milk and put it out there in the yard for the cat. Well, see, you folks are animal lovers. Well, this might get a rise. After 30, the most exercise most women get is skipping. Birthdays. Famous last word, Joan of Arc, she screamed at the crowd. She said, save me, save me, save me for yourself. Oh, yeah, to point it to mother, you know, a little girl had been doing a couple of bad things, and the mother put her in the closet, shut the door, and locked it. About 20 minutes passed, the mother went back to the closet. She didn't hear a sound, didn't hear anything. So she went to the closet and said, what are you doing in there? And the little girl said, I'm spitting on your new hat, and I'm spitting on your dress, and I'm spitting on your satin slippers. The mother said, and what are you doing now? She said, I'm waiting for some more spit. So this is good. Said traveling salesman who had not been feeling too good. He visited his doctor for a checkup. And just ordinary examination, the doctor told him, he said, you have ailment here. He said, I'm not going to get personal, but how often do you engage in sexual relations? This guy said, well, every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday, regularly. The doctor said, well, hell, your trouble lies right there. He said, I think you ought to eliminate Wednesdays. This guy said, no, Doc, I can't do that. That's the only night I'm home. Don't want to laugh, huh? Oh, there, got that. Say, you see those Scotchmen, you know, in the parade sometime with the little short things on. A lady stopped one of the fellas down here and had a big parade, Labor Day. Lady stopped one of those fellas and said, listen, what do y'all wear up under those things you have up on? He said, they're kilts, madam. He said, you want to know what we wear? He said, I'm a guy that likes to get right to the point. He said, give me your hand. Said he was a traveling salesman, had been on a trip for about 3 or 4 months. And every week he'd send a telegram to his wife, said, can't come home, still buying. The wife stood it for a while. Then for about 6 months passed, and her husband still had no idea about coming back home, so she decided to do something. She sent him a telegram, said, you better come home, because I'm selling what you buying. And for you, any good spellers here? Well, I guess not. But they had a big fair, you know, and they had a big spelling bee, and one of the contestants dropped out, boom, boom, another one dropped out, 2, 3, and finally they only had 2 contestants left. School ma'am, school marm. That's school teacher. People don't understand. I don't understand myself. And school teacher and a stableman. And the stableman lost because the last word was auspice. Takes a while, don't it? Yeah, well. No, tell her now. Let's see here. Here's a little short poem. Once a king, always a king, but once a knight, that's enough for me. That beautiful Southern beauty was telling some of her friends about the most interesting man she'd ever met in her life. She said he took me up to his place and showed me a huge closet just full of mink coats. I mean, real beautiful minks and expensive. And he said, you can take the best one in here. It's yours. My girlfriend asked, she said, well, what did you have to do for it? She said, I just had to shorten the sleeves a little bit.